Hello, everybody. Welcome to TOI Sports, your daily guide to everything that's happening in Indian cricket. Beyond the Boundary is the name of the show. And as always, I've got a power pack panel. I've got Nitin Naik joining us from Mumbai, and Dwaipa Datta joins us from Chennai. Thanks a lot, gentlemen, for joining us today on Beyond the Boundary. Over the weekend, we've had the retirement of Cheteshwar Pujara from all forms of Indian cricket. He's been very specific about that retirement announcement. What do you see, Nitin? Starting off with you, who do you see next, or is an announcement necessary?
I think we'll have to monitor social media feeds now of all the players because all the retirement announcements so far have come on social media, their social media handles, um, which is rather a strange development. Ever since MS Dhoni shocked us all on Independence Day in 2020, saying from so and so date, consider me so and so time, consider me as retired. We've had Rohit and Virat announce their retirement on social media. Now we have had Pujara also do the same. Um uh, you asked me who could be next. Um, a host of players, Chandresh, Ajinkya, Rahane. Although he's expressed his desires very strongly to play 100 Test matches, but he's right now sitting on 88, which means 12 more tests. I don't see that happening. He's not. He's also not been a part of the West Zone squad. Then we have Mohammad Shami, Ravindra Jadeja, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, who keeps playing the IPL, but he's not officially retired from the Test format. Then you have Umesh Yadav, Ishant Sharma, that golden generation, under Virat Kohli, who took us to number one and helped us stay there for almost 5 years. I think a lot of them, I don't think we'll be seeing them play Test cricket again.
Dwepan, I just remembered about the time that in the 80s, when Gundappa Vishwanath was dropped after that 82-83 Pakistan tour, he never made a comeback. Though he claimed in his book that he was called during a test match in Ahmedabad against West Indies where Kapil picked up 9 wickets, and that he was sent back without even being informed what needs to be done. It was assumed that he's not going to come back into the team. Now, such a big name in the 80s, it has happened. He continued playing domestic cricket for 4 more years before he finally retired in 87, 88 after Gavaskar from first class cricket. Correct me if I'm wrong, Nitin. So it's happened in the past, even in the case of Harbhajan, Yuvraj, Zahid to some extent, Nehra not that much, Sehwag, uh, and Gambhir himself. Much after this were dropped from the Indian sides, they kept on playing, kept the pot boiling. Everybody knew they are not there. Does a retirement announcement need to come officially for everything?
Probably for a sense of closure, maybe. I think that is the only requirement. Like the names that you spoke about, they were playing because they were prolonging their IPL career, and uh, they delayed the retirements till the time they saw they had a potential of getting teams in IPL. So. That's why the likes of Bhaji or Nehra, they delayed their retirements. As far as Pujara is concerned, there is no IPL for him, but I think his has been a more kind of a. It's been a good thing. Like he has played first class cricket. Is probably last match is a first class match, which normally doesn't happen these days. These days they they don't play IPL, they don't get an IPL contract, and they go. It has not been the case for Pujara. Pujara has been a long format player, and yes, and for a sense of closure, it is necessary. He played his cricket. He did what he did, for and now everyone knows that he is no longer part of it. I'm guessing now that he is retired, there could be a chance that he will play the Legends League or something like that. That could be one of his options among other things. So for those all those things, and you need a date for retirement because maybe after 5 years you become eligible for certain things. So for all taking everything into consideration, it's fine that he announced his retirement, though he was away from India duties for a while now. I think he last played in 2020. two, is
Three.
it?
The
Or
WTC three.
the WTC final, most probably,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, as always, I'll request all our subscribers to send in questions, whatever it is, comments, suggestions, whatever it is. We'll get our panel to react to it. Shubham Mishra has a point, and Nitin, I want your indulgence in this. सर हमारे यहाँ ऐसा कल्चर क्यों नहीं है कि रिटायरमेंट के बाद भी डोमेस्टिक खेले जैसे कुक और एंडरसन खेलते हैं? अश्विन यूट्यूब पर कहते हैं कि मेरे में क्रिकेट बाकी है तो चेन्नई के लिए खेले, बट चेन्नई के लिए खेल नहीं सकते. देयर इज अ तमिलनाडु टीम.
It also comes down to this. I think the domestic teams also, I don't think, want them, because once what happens is, most of the players, once they realize that they are not going to be a part of the India team, they are not going to feature. They don't generally have the same commitment towards their domestic teams. You saw, what happened with Rohit Sharma when he played that JNK match. He looked completely disinterested, as did Virat Kohli. It's all because once you're played such a high level of cricket, and played at a competitive level, it becomes very difficult for you to get motivated to play, in empty stadiums, in obscure venues. Um, so Cook and Anderson, they over there, the county system is very different. They don't feel over there that they are stopping any young talent from coming through. Plus, over there also, I think we are slowly seeing a shift. If you see the way the 100 is scheduled, the 100 gets the best window weather-wise in England, which is August. So a majority of, and the county kind of starts very very early, where a lot of games get rain affected. So it's a bit unfair to expect our cricketers to have the same kind of motivation and drive as a Cook or an Anderson. Uh, those guys are just built differently, and they don't think that they are blocking the youngsters' place. But over here in Mumbai, supposing Ajinkya Rahane keeps on playing, which I don't think he should, then he would be really blocking a place of a potential youngster. So I think they are doing the right thing by moving on from this. If they are not going to be featuring for India in a particular format, I don't think they should be playing that format even domestically.
Yeah, there's some one more question, and Dwapan sports fan has this question: why can't BCCI and selectors have an understanding with players like Ashwin, Virat, Rohit, and now Pujara to chalk out a farewell game, a farewell test, which they and their fans deserve, or is it too much to ask?
I don't think they care for that farewell anymore. Those are like ideas which are dated, which are like, these guys have become so big. Their idea, they are not looking at these official farewells anymore. They have other things, other commitments, a lot of other things. Like, uh, if they had cared for the farewell, I think BCCI would have gone done that extra bit and had the farewell. Having said that, we didn't have a farewell test match for VVS Lakshman. We didn't have a farewell test match for Rahul Dravid. Also, we had press conferences, but no farewell test match. The last farewell test match that we had was for Tendulkar, and we had almost a farewell series for Ganguly. But those were different times. Like, we have moved on from that. It's been 10 years now. So 10 more than 10 years. It's been 16, 17 years and 15 years. So these ideas, this kind of nostalgia, emotion that we uh, attach to it, I think it doesn't work for these guys, because the world is a different world now.
Uh, Nimish Juneja says Rahane. I don't know what he's thinking.
And
Selectors
one
are.
more thing, Chandish, I will just say about Ashwin. This Ashwin thing, at least when I asked him that whether he will play for Tamil Nadu last year after he retired, because he was in decent form when he retired, and Tamil Nadu had made the knockouts, so he did not answer that question. And then when I asked Balaji, who was the coach, whether he will ask him, he said that yes, of course I will ask him, and I would love to have him in the team. If he plays, I will let you know. He did not let me know. So I'm guessing Ashwin did not want to play. But for a team like Tamil Nadu, which has not won Ranji Trophy for 35, like last they won in 89. So and that do so
88,
desperate. I think
87, 88.
88, so 87, 88. So it comes across as surprising to me because he says so many things about his love for cricket, etc. If he had played three knockout games last year, it wouldn't have made it wouldn't have harmed anybody. But then he has other priorities. He plays
And,
ENPL.
and also, to be fair to Saurav Ganguly, even after he retired from Test cricket and international cricket in 2008, he continued playing for Bengal,
Yeah.
That was for
sparingly.
no, but that was with IPL in mind because he used to turn up just before the auction.
Okay. No, but still, at least he was
Yeah,
not playing just Syed
he
Mushtaq Ali.
he was no, he was, but his concern was IPL. But to be fit for IPL, he needed game time, and that's why he played Ranji Trophy also.
Unlike Mahendra Singh Dhoni, who turns up once in a year during IPL.
MSD though is different. MSD is a different beast. That is, let's not get into Dhoni and the others.
Nitin, Nimish Joneja has a question. Rahane, I don't know what he's thinking. Selectors have moved on from him. No matter, even if he scores 10,000 runs in Ranji, he won't get selected. He should have called it a day long back ago.
Yeah, I mean, his form really slumped. I mean, after that, although he batted very well in that WTC final against Australia, but I don't think he got too many runs in the West Indies. He was given another opportunity based on that one-off Test match at the Oval against Australia to travel to the West Indies, and over there, I think he could not score. Where all the other batters, I kind of filled their boots. You know, Virat got 100, Rohit got 100, Yashasvi got 100. So when you fail and the others score, that's when I think the selectors kind of see that boy. He's kind of and if you see even the year that Mumbai won the Ranji Trophy, his form was great in the Syed Mushtaq Ali, but if you see his form in the Ranji Trophy, he really struggled. And I have a I have a feeling that if you're not able to score quickly, even in domestic cricket in India, and if you're struggling to score, then I think your run scoring opportunities when you play internationally, Test cricket especially, they diminish even further. I think Rahane kind of after that brilliant 100 that he got in at the NCG, I don't think he has 100 after that. And even the 50s that he's got have been few and far between. I feel that he should have also moved on. Very sad that such again a quality player always scored the difficult runs for India on tougher pitches. Wellington, Durban, your NCG twice. Even that great partnership with Virat when the 2014 Test match, Boxing Day Test match. It was actually Rahane who counter-attacked Mitchell Johnson, which helped kind of Virat Kohli to score that 169. I feel that he should have also unfortunately we always need a nudge over here, that okay, chalo abhi time ho gaya hai. Let's carry on. But even here he said that I'm available for Mumbai, which I find it very strange, because I think Shardul Thakur will be the next captain here, and with Shreyas Iyer and all. I doubt it, because he was a disappointment even in the IPL as a captain and as a batter.
Nitin, even in England, he made appearances on Sky Sports and other places, and
Yeah.
everywhere he said that he's still ready for Test cricket. He does not want to be considered as a former Test player.
Yeah, and he said that I do not know why there is no communication from the selectors. Boss, the fact that there is no communication means that your time is done. So why do they wait for a communication? I mean, if for me, if a selector is not picking you for a considerable length of time, you take the hint and move on.
Dwepen, the next big drama in Indian cricket is going to be around ODI cricket and what happens with Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. Syed Nizamuddin has a point, as a question or a comment. He says Rohit and Virat should not retire from ODI cricket. Now that's going to be the next next soap opera, which will be unveiled right through the Asia Cup. Sources will be talking about it every day till the time the squad for Australia is announced.
Yes, it is. So, what do you want me to say? Whether they should retire or
No,
should
I'm
not?
just saying that
Uh,
should this situation be managed better? Because this is unnecessary speculation.
how will you manage? The point is the players themselves want to play. That is what the feeling is, that they want to play. They are in training. They have been training. They want to be part of the team. Now the thing is,
And they're releasing photos as well
they're
of
releasing.
training.
Yeah, they are. So they want to play. Point is whether in the BCCI wants them to play. So I think the communication gap is there. So uh, both parties are not on the same page. That is why there is no official communication. As far as I see it, these two want to play, want to carry on. At least Rohit does. I know for a fact that he does. He's not yet given up, but the way it is in BCCI at the moment, let's see, because these are very big names, and let's not forget they won the Champions Trophy together. Rohit was the man of the match in the final. Virat got 100 against Pakistan. So it's difficult to just drop them unless BCCI has to come out and say that they are dropping them. I think that's the challenge, that these two guys are putting the ball in BCCI's court. I think that's the case.
Nitin, to be fair to both Rohit and Virat, or Rohit specifically, in the last three multi-nation events, India has won two of them, and one we reached the final and lost only in the final. That's the 23 ODI World Cup final. So, on what basis does the BCCI nudge both of them and says, "Please go"?
Uh, I don't. I think the fact that all these stories are coming out, Chandresh, I think they are all being selectively leaked by the BCCI in the sense that they're trying to issue both of them hints that boss, you had your winning farewell at in the Champions Trophy. So why don't you leave? But the fact is, on what grounds are you going to drop them? Performance wise, you can't drop them. Both of them have scored runs. Both of them, if you see a 20 match sample period also, or a 25 match sample period, both of them have had excellent results. So on what grounds will you drop them? Only the fact that okay, the World Cup is 2 years away. Yes, then you come out with a statement saying that we don't see both of you come the 2027 World Cup because one of you will be nearing 39, the other person will be 40 and a half. So, and I don't think that, we see a spot for you in that. It's just like it's a similar situation, Chandresh, to what MS Dhoni faced in that Carlton United series in 2008. He communicated to the selectors that for 2011, I need certain specific people in certain specific spots in terms of fielding skills, throwing skills, diving skills, run saving skills, and also aggressive batting in the middle order, which will help India win the World Cup. And kudos to him, he communicated that, and obviously his wishes were granted. Now, whether we have to see whether Gill or Iyer stroke Gambhir have the same kind of trust with the powers that be in the BCCI, will their wishes be granted? Because obviously, these kind of stories come out only when the BCCI wants them to come out. So I feel they don't have any ground in terms of performance to drop both of them. But if yes, if both Gambhir and Shubman Gill stroke Shreyas Iyer say that in our vision for 2027 we don't see them, then I think the BCCI is within its right to drop them.
Also, weapon carrying on from what Nitin said, the problem also is if reports are to be believed, because nothing is made official. Ajit Agarkar is in place only till June 2026, and we are talking about October, November 2027. There was a story that his contract was extended till June 2026. So, to be fair to Agarkar, even he can't decide whether they will play in October 2027. It's something similar happened with Kiran More and Dilip Vengsarkar. Kiran More's panel didn't want Saurav Ganguly and the other older players in the 2007 ODI World Cup, But when Vengsarkar came in, Saurav made a return and he played the 2007 ODI World Cup. So in Indian cricket, that was just 3 months change between More and Vengsarkar. You're talking about 1.5 years. How can anybody give a guarantee of what is going to happen between June 2026 and October, November 2027?
No, but this chairman, etc. These things these days, since the Srikanth time, Srinivasan time, what they did was they used to give this extension to the selectors if it is a World Cup year. Now the thing is, every year is a World Cup year. Either it's a ODI World Cup year or it's a T20 World Cup year. But then every year is a World Cup year. But having said that, probably Ajit Agarkar, if he is there till June 2026 and India does well in the T20 World Cup, he may well get an extension. He may well get an extension till the 2027 ODI World Cup selection. That is the most probable thing to happen, the way it is now. But having said that, yes, you have a point that how do you make that decision? What is the sense of continuity? Where it is coming from? Who is taking the calls? It is kind of a, it's a conundrum, a bit of a conundrum here. But I think uh, what will happen is Agarkar will get an extension unless there is a major fallout. Sometimes it happens that the coach and the captain, coach and the chairman of selectors, the captain, chairman of selectors, they have fallouts. But if that does not happen, I think he could be there till the 2027 World Cup, ODI World Cup.
Nitin, now both Virat and Rohit, to be fair to them, have last they played in the IPL, and after that they've had no cricket. Though Virat's been training at the Lords, Rohit has been training in Mumbai. Uh, Now Saurav in his time, like Goepel pointed out, played Ranji Trophy to stay fit for the IPL or the auction and stuff like that. Uh, Pujara, to be fair to him, used to go back to Ranji Trophy cricket, play hours and hours of
Yeah.
domestic cricket. Now there's an opportunity for both Virat and Rohit to play. And there's a question from Rahul Ballav. He says, will Virat and Rohit play for India A in Kanpur? They have 3 one-day games. They are not in the Dulip Trophy squads, and fair play to them because they are no longer in Test cricket. Should they be playing those 3 one-day games, or will they be blocking 2 spots for youngsters?
If the directive from the selectors is that you have to play, otherwise we won't pick you, then I think they will play. There's no option for them because I don't think if see it's right now they are both on target, of being phased out. Uh, so the selectors will look at any opportunity to phase both these guys out. We are let's now pretend, or let's stop pretending, because we they are both not wanted, at least by the coach. It's very clear. The coach also saw to it that they are phased out from Test cricket. Otherwise, Virat, having played the Ranji Trophy, having asked Sanjay Manjrekar to come and have a look at his red ball game, introduce more volume of red ball practice.
Sanjay Bangar.
Sanjay Bangar, yeah, Sanjay Bangar. Otherwise he would not have done it, knowing how driven he is and how meticulous he is in terms of preparation. Otherwise, he would not have. He obviously something was promised to him, and something was not delivered in terms of that promise, which prompted him to retire from Test matches. If something similar he sees is going to happen, he would not like to be humiliated. He's a very, very proud man, and so is Rohit. They would both say, "Boss, we had our moment in the Champions Trophy." Although they both played that dandiya and created that reel, and Rishabh Pant also very smartly released that video, just before just when all these rumors were happening, on Independence Day, that that conversation with Rohit, bhai abhi aage kya? Then he said that अरे हर बार जीतूंगा तो थोड़ी retire होऊंगा. So that also was very smartly released. Obviously, there are so many agencies at play over here in this social media game, and in terms of building narrative. But if both of them feel unwanted, I don't think they would like to be in a dressing room, having created a dressing room which is full of sweet memories, victories, and a united dressing room. I don't think they would like to go into a dressing room where the environment is a little hostile.
Yeah. Dwepan, Rahul Balla also has this question. How long will these senior players keep blocking spots of young talented players like Yashasvi Jaiswal? Sports fan also says Virat and Rohit played Ranji also before their retirement, but it hardly made any difference for selection for England tour. So they like gave us a false sense by playing Ranji Trophy, and I believe Virat also practiced with red ball during IPL. So will playing that India A game really make any difference?
No, that is exactly the point that Nitin made. No? Like they gave every indication that they wanted to go to England, but the message was conveyed in whatever way that they are not needed in the team anymore. That's why they decided to leave Test match cricket. The thing is, they have been having tough times in Test match cricket for a while, but the thing is, they have been doing well in ODI cricket. So this time, it is on BCCI to take the call. Like they will probably not allow BCCI to. They will not allow BCCI to have it easy this time, because now the ball is now it is they are on a strong footing because they had won the Champions Trophy. Their ODI form has been good. If you remember that Sri Lanka series where India lost, I think Rohit Sharma got two or three fifties
Yeah.
in Premadasa. Everyone else failed. He got a couple of fifties. So that is the thing. So his form is exactly not very bad. Like when it comes to ODI, and they have mastered that format.
For
But so it is a tough call. It has to be the BCCI. I think they are putting it in BCCI's court. They have to drop them. They have to drop them, and then have to take the backlash if it so happens. Like so, see what the example that Nitin said some time back about Dhoni. See, Dhoni dropped these guys, but he was ready to go to Australia as a captain with a young team and Tendulkar, and he was ready to take all the blame if they didn't do well. They went on to win that Carlton United series without uh, Saurav, Rahul, and VVS. So that was a massive step or a courageous step on Dhoni's part. Like, we have to see whether BCCI or Gambhir have that courage. Can they take that call with such conviction, which Dhoni did? Because Dhoni, having for what he was always like nothing mattered to him. If the backlash had been there, he would have taken that. He would have taken that backlash. So there has to be that strong character, like BCCI and Gambhir. They have to play hardball here if they want Rohit and Virat out.
yeah, absolutely. And sledging sports, Nitin has already moved on. He says, क्या श्रेयस अय्यर नंबर 3 पर ओडीआई में और ऋषभ पंत नंबर 4 पर ओडीआई पर खेल सकते हैं? He is already looking ahead.
I think so. I think Shreyas, in fact, more at number 4. I think that Shreyas will be a very, very good bet at number 4. Rishabh Pant, I feel, will be ideal at number 5. Number 3, I think we'll have to, there are enough options.
Ruturaj,
Yeah, Rituraj will be there. This Sai himself, I think, will be a very, very good one-day player. So
Sai Sudarshan, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Rajat Patidar.
Rajat Patida. So I don't think there'll be an issue here with the way one-day cricket is structured. Why I felt that if at all a call has to be taken, it has to be taken right now is because you're playing very, very few one-dayers, 22 or 23 one-dayers. Let us not be in that same rut as 2019 where we groomed Ambati Raidu for the number 4 spot, but suddenly Virat Kohli said that no, I want Dinesh Karthik, and and they had to sacrifice Ambati Raidu, and that number 4
And
spot
Vijay Shankar.
and Vijay Shankar, and that number 4 spot eventually became a musical chairs. Rahul kind of batted there, then Shikhar Dhawan, and because Shikhar Dhawan got injured, and then Rahul had to move back to open the innings, so it became a complete chaos. And in that semi-final, I think we ended up playing with 4 or 5 wicket-keeper batters. So it's let us. My only hope and prayer is let us not be in that same situation. If we have decided right now we are moving away from these two, let's create opportunities for the incumbents who come and play there and give them that game time and take same side to South Africa, Namibia, and Zimbabwe.
The one-day series in Australia, Dwaipan, between Australia and South Africa was quite interesting. The first two games was like the typical old-style one-day cricket where 300 was not touched. And Rahul Ballav has this question. In yesterday's Australia versus South Africa match, Australia scored 431. Can India senior players maintain that tempo? And Shubham Mishra says, I think ODI में जायसवाल एंड अभिषेक से ओपन करा के गिल को नंबर 3 डाउन नंबर को 3 डाउन हमारे पास एक बॉलिंग ऑप्शन भी आ सकता है अभिषेक शर्मा सो एंड विशाल दास आल्सो सेज 3 per Gill. So people are already looking ahead.
But then 431 was not scored every day. No, it was one match where probably the pitch was easier and
And they didn't play their main player.
they didn't play their main players. Australia had already lost the series. They had no pressure on themselves. They just came out and expressed themselves. So there are a lot of things. So 400, the 400 plus score cannot be par for one day cricket. For one day cricket in South Africa, if you are looking at the South Africa World Cup, 300 is par. 300, if people get 350, that is great. Like gone are the days when 250 was par. Now it's 300 is par. So I think that India has the team that can score 300 on a regular basis and has the bowling to restrict them also. So yeah, see, as far as I see Indian cricket at the moment, when it comes to ICC tournaments, it will boil down to two matches, the semi-final and the final. If you win these two matches, you become the champion, and because till then it's an easy ride. So that's what it's going to happen. So we will have to see how India plays those two games.
We are just human, and this is the final comment, Nitin, for you, and then I'll come to Dwepan as well. We are just human says Rohit is Shana, really smart cookie. He has self-realization that he doesn't have a game or fitness to play long innings in ODI, so he's selling suddenly aggressive and power play Churan to whole India.
Um, I don't really agree with that. I think the way he batted in that 2023 World Cup was not because of any fitness issue. I think that Adelaide semi-final loss against England in the T20 World Cup scarred him so deeply because what had happened is throughout the World Cup they had batted in a positive manner, but suddenly come the knockout time, they went into their shell, and that's when I think the penny dropped, and Rohit I think told Dinesh Karthik that we are never going to play this way under my captaincy. So if you see, even in the semi-final and the final where he got 47, I think he just blazed away to those totals. And in the final also, had Shreyas Iyer not got out to Pat Cummins very cheaply, I think India would have got at least 280, 290, which would have made it a more competitive total. And obviously, we needed to get Travis Head out early. But it's a bit of a harsh comment from we are just human, because fine, you want to play aggressively, but you need to have the skill set, right, to play that way and to pull off those kind of shots. Because Rohit, what we know, so I mean, he has that great gift of hitting good balls for sixes and fours. So unless you have a little bit of skill, it's not easy to sell off or sell such an idea that because I'm not fit, I don't want to play the long innings. I think he played a fabulous innings in Qatar against England, where I think he built just before the Champions Trophy. I think he started off slowly, but then he went on and he played his shots. Even his innings against England in Lucknow, where I thought that he curbed his instinct and he played more of a waiting game to get a 60 or a 70 and get India to a competitive total. So I think we are being a little harsh on it.
Final question, and I want both of you to answer this. Sportsman says, question to all. Your all-time favorite Pujara knock, and one more curious question. His list A average was 57, but he couldn't translate his success into white ball cricket, especially ODI. Dwepan first and finally Nitin.
Pujara has played a number of good innings that in the 2018-19 series when India won in Australia, he was quite fabulous in the test matches, especially the first test. I remember he scored 100 in the first innings. But you know what? Like the innings that I will remember him for, and people keep forgetting that innings, is that the 56 he scored in the Gabba test match. He played 214 balls. 214 balls and he got out in the 88th over there after the second new ball had to be taken. So by the time Rishabh Pant came into that, the Australian bowling was done. That they were finished. They had lost all petrol, and that was done by Pujara, and that was the Pujara, like that was the different that was the player that made that innings. He was not at the best at his best during that period. There were already discussions about his core strike rate, etc., etc., etc. But he played those 214 balls for 56 runs in that Gabba second innings, which no one discusses about. But I think that and it is in recent memory also in a and it was in a winning cause. And as far as I am concerned, that innings stands out for me.
And why did he not succeed in one day cricket?
He did not succeed in one day cricket for a few reasons. One, he did not have the massive, very big shots. And then what happened is that he had a couple of knee surgeries, knee injuries. That's why his running between the wickets also became very poor. That's why he was not a good runner and he was not a big hitter. So when these two things happen, then so you are not a quick accumulator, which you at least that is what you need in one cricket. So and there were probably better white ball players in Indian cricket than him. So a few things taken into consideration, he could not quite make the white ball cut. He remained a red ball, I would say, great. A red ball great. Not a legend, but a great.
Nitin, to wind up with you, your answer to this question.
Pujara's knock. I mean, because we take home wins for granted, Chandresh. Although so much has been written about his knocks in Sydney and Gabba, and so much has been said, but I have this great fondness for that Chinnaswamy Test match against Australia in 2017. Because I really feel that India kind of pulled that test out of the fire. Having lost in Pune and they were trailing by over 100 runs, and the intensity with which they bowled on that second morning, giving an aggressive team like Australia only 1.5, 1.4 runs per over. And then in the second innings, after a couple of early losses, I think Pujara scored a brilliant 90 on a tough pitch, which allowed India to get to a total of 187 or 188. I think Australia needed to chase, and eventually Ashwin came and bowled them out, took a 6 wicket haul, and so I think because we take our home wins for granted, I rate that 90 in the second inning because Josh Hazelwood was really breathing fire on a very very tough Chinnaswamy pitch. So that innings, I really rate very very highly because again those are runs of context. When the team needs to give the other team a fourth innings total to score. So that's when you stand up and be counted. And as Dwaipayan said, I think he had twin ACL surgeries on both knees. That is a tough injury to recover from, and the way the one day cricket or white ball cricket is played, quick turning, quick singles, sprinting. I don't think would have been possible, and obviously his fielding also was a bit of a. Although he was a very safe catcher, I think he every time the ball would have gone to him in the deep, I think it was two or three. So in the modern setup, I don't think such kind of fielders can make the white ball score.
Yes, on that note, thanks a lot, Nitin. Thanks a lot, Dwaipayan. It was an interesting discussion on Pujara. I would request all our subscribers also to comment on the video on this video and on the discussion that we just had. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment so that you can be part of the conversations that we have right here on TOI Digital. That's it for today. Thanks a lot, Dwaipa and Nitin, and to our subscribers and to all those who are watching. And to our backend team. We'll be back tomorrow with yet another topic. Till then, take very good care of yourselves. It's goodbye and God bless from all of us here.